Hi there. In this screencast, I'm going to show you how to keep score. So let me make sure I'm in the right uh, project. Okay, there we go. Okay, so there's a couple places the score um, needs to go and a couple times that it's incremented. So let's see if we can figure out what needs to go where. So we already said that when the user flings the ball, the number of strokes needs to go up, and the number of uh, not only for the hole, but also for the total game strokes. Now, um, when I the as far as the whole number goes, the place that we would want to increase that is going to be in the new hole procedure. So I'm going to say set hole num, and hole num is a variable, and that's going to be get hole num plus 1. But I only want to increase that if I this is the less than the 18th hole. So if it's 19, I don't want to increase it. I just want to wait for the user to start a new game. So let me go if set. First of all, let me just do hole number, get hole number plus 1. And then I'm going to put this in an if statement. That's only going to let it go to a new hole if uh, the current hole number is less than 18. So, so that hole number is less than 18. Okay, so that's going to increase the hole number every single time the new hole event is called. And you'll notice that event is called when the game starts, and when the game starts right before the new hole method or procedure is called, new hole is 0, so that really makes sense because it'll go up to 1 before the game begins then. All right, so now let's think about the strokes. So I already said when I'm going to increase the strokes every time the user flings the ball. Um, is there any other place, anything else I have to do with strokes? Well, the other thing I have to do with strokes is I have to set the strokes uh, back to set the uh, number of hole strokes back to 0 when a new hole is started. So when I also call new hole, or when the new hole procedure is going to be called, I need to set the hole strokes back to 0. So I'm going to go variables, and I'm going to do set hole strokes back to being 0. Okay, and I think that should do it for score. Notice we don't set the game strokes back to 0 when a new hole is created, and that's because game strokes are totally cumulative. So you keep track as you go from one hole to the next, and you never set it back to 0 unless you're starting a new game. Okay, I think that is probably it for keeping score, and then the last thing we're going to do is the new game button. Oh, actually, no. Let's do this. So every time they fling the ball, not only do we increase the values of the variable, but the user won't see those values unless we place them out into the label. And we're also going to put adjust the hole number, display the hole number every time a new hole begins. So I need to do that as well. So my labels, here are my labels, and I'm going to do set hole number dot text, and that's going to be I'm going to set that to join, and it would be what am I going to join? I'm going to join, oops, sorry, I didn't mean to go there. That needs to go in the new whole procedure. Where did I put it? There, it's up there. New whole. Um, so it'll be set whole number dot text to be get whole number dot text plus whole number plus get whole number. Okay, and now the labels, whenever we increase the values of the strokes, I need to say, okay, set whole score dot text and set game score dot text to be, and it's going to be joining two things together for each of them. So it's going to be that and that. Okay, so this is the whole score. I'm just going to say strokes, and then actually, let me say whole score and game score. And then this needs to be whole strokes and game strokes. Okay, I think that's it. Let me think if there's any other thing. No, that would be actually yes. Oh, okay. So the last thing is I want to give the message a user what their final score was. And I'm going to do that when new hole, basically when the golf ball collides with a hole, I'm going to check to see what hole number or what the current hole number is. And if it's 18, then I'm going to blank out those labels. So I'm going to need two of the labels and put a different message in there. So I'm going to need if um, uh, if golf ball where's my golf ball? There it is. No, I'm going to do if whole score, or no, whole num, which is a variable. So if get whole num is equal to 17, no, it would be 18, then I'm going to do three label assignments. So I'm going to say set text, set text, and set text. And I'm going to set that to be what? Two of them I'm going to make just say nothing. So I'm going to just make the whole number and the strokes disappear altogether. and so only the total strokes will remain. So I will say, actually I'll only change two of them, and I'll say whole score, and whole num. Okay, and then I think the last thing is I want to, and this is more subtle, when the game starts, let me just make sure that um, my holes say the right thing. So I have whole number strokes and total strokes. So, oh, I guess over here I said strokes and total strokes. So that means I should really change them here to score, whole score, and total score. So I'm going to do whole score, and total score, because that's what's going to appear when the game launches. So let's go back and make sure that corresponds. Whole number and whole score and game. No, it's whole score and game score. And it's whole score and game score. Okay, so that should do it for keeping score.